Let's continue, respected friends, reveling in the study of the sublime Shastra, Yoga Vaashishtha, Maha Ramayanam, Utpatthi Prakaranam, third one, Leelopakhyanam, and in that the 48th Sarga, Yuddha Varnanam and the Vividha Bana, Ayudha, Astra Shastra, Prayoga Varnanam. All that is to know that this is how it happens in the Yuddha, and Yuddha happens continuously when the Jagat is Satya, I am Satya, and all that happens when the real reality is unknown. Let us see what are the Ayudhas they used on each other. Raja Viduratha and Raja Sindhu. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam. Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Shri Vashishtadi Rishibhyo Namaha. तेषां संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषत् योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य व्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्रीराम वसिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः. ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः. ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः. स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः. दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः. सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादि मध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायम् अभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं. ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने आयुध वर्णनम नाम अष्ट चत्वारिंशः सर्गः. We have seen up to the mantra yesterday. कहाँ तक कि राजा सिंधु has shot the राक्षसास्त्रम which created terrible rakshasas of terrible sizes, shapes, and they were so horrible. They were nigirantaha, pradhavantaha, garjantaha. They were running and roaring and consuming all the Raja Viduratha's sainya. Jata jala tadit punjaha. Their jatas were like the jala tadit punjaha. And jaladaha sajala iva, like the clouds full of water only, so big they were there. They were consuming the Rakshasas. These Viduratha Sainyam. Then Raja had to protect his Sainyam. So then he shoots the Narayanastra, the powerful Narayanastra. Then what happened? From there, let us see. एतस्मिन् अंतरे तस्मिन् लीलानाथो विदुरथः नारायणास्त्रं प्रददे दुष्टभूतनिवारणम्. In the meantime, seeing the Rakshasas eating away his Sanya, our Raja Viduratha, etasmin antare, Leela Natha Viduratha, husband of Leela Viduratha, Narayanastram Pradade. He took the Narayanastram. What is it? Dushta Bhutani Varanam, the one which destroys all the Dushta Bhutas. Udiryamanaha eva asmin mantra raje, astra rajayaha. So when the best of the astras, the Narayana astra was shot, Rakshasanam astra rajaya prashemohu andhakara iva udaye. When the udaya happens, as the andhakara goes away, the all Rakshasas born from the Rakshasastra shot by Raja Sindhu, they all were udiryamanaha. They were destroyed, eliminated. Then Pramrushta Rakshasanikam Abhavad Bhuvanatrayam. So the Bhuvanatrayam Abhavat, all the three worlds have become Pramrushta Rakshasanikam, freed from all the Rakshasas. Don't you get some inspiration from this? That you and I also should learn this Narayana Astra Vidhi and then shoot it and eliminate all the Rakshasas who are trying to destroy our country, trying to destroy our Sanatan Dharma. है ना? हे भगवान, वो नारायण अस्त्र सिखाओ सारे हिंदुओं को. We all will chant it so that you eliminate all the dushta rakshasas that are there on the globe. Then Sharadiva Gatam Bodham Yoma Nirmalama Babhav. So the Akasha, which was filled with those terrible Rakshasas, now became Nirmala, like the Akasha during the Sharadrutu. After the Varsha Rutu, the heavy clouds, when they rain, it is over. Sharadrutu is Akasha Nirmala. Like the Nirmala Akasha of the Sharadrutu, Akasha became Nirmala, freed from all these Dushta Rakshasas as an effect of this Narayanastram. Okay. Then what are the further astras? They fought with, let us see, Atha Sindhur Mumochastram Agneyam Jwalitambaram. So Sindhu, Raja, now Mumocha, he has shot Astram. What is it? Agneyam. Agneya Astra, the fiery arrow, fiery weapon he has shot. variety of missiles they have. Then Jwalita Ambaram, it was burning the entire Akasha only. That Agneyastra, the, the Astra of the fire. Jajwalhu kakubhastena kalpagni jwalita iva. So the whole sky was burning. Kakubaha, the directions also. Jajwaluhu jwalit ho rahe the. Kalpa agni jwalita iva. Like Maha Pralaya Kalame, the Agni consumes all places in all directions. In that way was this Akasha directions burnt by this Agniyastra. Then Dhumambudabharachannah Babhu Sakaladishaha. Sakaladishaha, all directions. Babhu became. Dhuma Ambuda Bhara Achannaha. Dhuma, the smoke, Ambuda, cloud. Bhara, filled, Achanna, covered. Filled and covered by the clouds of the Dhuma, the smoke coming emanated from those fires, are all the uh, Dishaha directions. The fire also, smoke also. And this you can see whenever any fire accident happens, any bomb blasts happen, you can see आग जलाता रहता है साथ में धुआं भी उड़कर सबको कवर करता है. In that way, गगने प्रोत पाताल तिमिराकुलिता इव. So गगने प्रोत पाताल तिमिरा आकुलिता इव. From that patala, the all the andhakaras, timiras, have come as if to make an inspection of the akasha and the bhumi. पाताल में अंधकार है, वो पात भूमि को भेदन कर कर it has come as if to measure the sky and the bhumi. That andhakara, so much it got spread everywhere. So gagane protapatala timira akulita iva. So then Babhuvurjvalitakaraha Girayaha Kanchana Iva. All the mountains were getting burnt with that fire, appearing like है ना कांचनाद्रि हेम शैलावदेहम हनुमान जी का वर्णन है ना like that were all the mountains burning and appearing like golden colored. Then Prafulla Vananirandra Champaka Ogavana Iva. So then entire thing was appearing like the Champaka Vana, the Vrukshas, the Vana having Champaka Vruksha, Champaka Vrukshas having Champaka Vana, the flowers, Chameli कहते हैं ना, वो Champaka, Champa Chameli. The flowers are reddish in color, they appear like the Angara only. So the whole place was appearing like Champakavana, means the blackness of the clouds or the smoke was like the trees, then the fires that are seen are like the Champaka Pushpa. Prafulla Vana Nirandra Champaka Oghavana Iva. So all of them were appearing like the Champaka Vrukshas. Yayur Vyoma Dridikunja Jwala Jala Jatalatam. See Vyoma Akasha. Adri mountains, Dik Kunjaha directions. Jwala Jala Jatalata. All of them are with full of the jatas and latas of Jwala. The jata is jata, lata. Like the creepers and jatas, full of the fire, called Agni Shikhaon ke dwara, all the Vyoma, Adri, Dikkunja were covered. Kunkumena Utsave Mrutyoho Samalabdha Iva Srajaha. है ना मृत्यु काल द गार्लैंड्स आर पुट विथ द कुंकुमा ऑन दैट एटसेट्रा है ना उसी तरह ऑल द सीन वाज अपियरिंग ओनली सो दैट मारणोत्सव के समय जो पुष्पमाला बनाकर उसको कुमकुम वगैरह लगाते you know when the animals are given for the bali so that's how the malas colored with the kumkum they are put on them so whole thing is appearing like that. Then Jalita Janata Chaika Shankini Sa Navaspurusha. So that Agni was touching even the Akasha. Then Janata were Jalita. So, mm, so Jalita Janata Chai Eka Shankini. Everything is getting burned. The people are in the doubts. What is that? Sahasra Akriti Nau Vega Chalitena Iva Sagarat. From the ocean are brought the oceanic fire, बड़वानल कहते हैं इन बिग बिग नाव, बड़े बड़े नावों में, ये जो समुद्र के अंदर वाला बड़वानल है, बड़वानल कहते हैं उसको, दावानला, बड़वानला, the volcano from the ocean, as he brought in so many naukas into the shores, was appearing. Everything is a burning, burning, big, big way. When this war happened between Russia, Israel, all of that, Russia, Ukraine, वगैरह, you could see big, big things getting burnt. और so many wars happened. हर जगह जो जलने वाली चीजों को एक फ्रेम में लाकर देखोगे, you can feel that the flames are the Badavanala brought by the steamers and ships from the ocean depths. So, and this is that time written shloka, which is valid even now. That how many naukas, with how many tons and tons of goods keep on traveling in the ocean from one nation to other. Imagine all those steamers carriers are carrying the oceanic volcano, and that is brought onto the earth. Some of them are half kilometer sized, 400 meters, 600 meters. The steamers, the cargo ships, वो अगर आग को ले आते हैं तो कैसा होता है? This was the scene. People are imagining that the Naukas have brought the Badavanala from the ocean. Then what to do? No, such a Bhayankara Agneastra is shot. What is the antidote of that? The Vidurat has to think and he'll have to shoot. He has done it. Jitva ripam punarasau yatha praharate tatha. So again to reinstate the peace, having defeated the enemy. What to do? Opposite of the Agni Astra is Varunastra. Therefore, Varunam Visasarja Astram Pujayitva Vidurataha. So taking the arrow, puja of the Varuna Deva, invoking him into that arrow, he shot that Varunastra. देखो, see our lucky, not coincidence. Mornings we are chanting Veda mantras. All of them are addressed to the Vedic devatas of Surya, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, Indra. No, they all devatas are as astras or not. So we are also in our own mind invoking those devatas and making them as astras and shooting towards all enemies who are troubling us individually and who are troubling our nation, who are troubling Sanatana Dharma, and who are troubling the goodness, the peace, the oneness at large. And they are effective. Our mantrocharana can be also an astra, yaad rakho. I am recommending, requesting humbly all Hindus chant all Devata mantras, use them as arrows, shoot them towards all the dushtas, enemies who want to destroy our Sanatan Dharma. करो तभी जाकर फिर वो बच जाएंगे हम. Isn't it? नहीं तो the terrible are the enemies the other side. You all know all that. So keep doing it silently. I तो keep on doing. आप भी करते रहो मन में. ये हो गया an example. He has shot no Varunastra. Varunam Visasarjastram Pujayitva Vidurataha. Having done puja to it, he requested Varuna to go and quieten the Agni. Ayayuhu Salila Puraha Tamah Pura Vibhataha Avitaha. From all directions. Like when the sun sets, the darkness has come as if from different direction. The waters have come because of the effect of Varunastra. Adastat, from Niche se, from the Jamina, Urdhataha, from the Akasha also, Digbhyaha, from all the directions also, Dravarupa iva Adrayaha, the mountains are melt and coming, or the waters that were coming were the liquid mountains only. Dravarupa iva Adrayaha, like the mountains form, and such quantities like that of an ocean were the waters coming from all directions, from above, from below. Effect of Varunastra. Now, this word painting is what is tried by our film directors and producers to show to us as a picture in those our old movies. कैसे उस अस्त्र का मारते ही सब जगह से जुजु जुजु पानी आने लगता. It's a great thing, huh? Their imagination and their मस्त मस्त, उनको तो रियली धन्यवाद. देन व्हाट हैपेंड? भाग इव शरव्योम्नि धृतयाना इवाम्बुदाः महार्णवा इवोच्छस्तः कुलशैल शिवा इव. So bhaga iva sharavyomni. Dhrutayana iva ambudaha. So like the clouds as the vehicles, the arrows or the rains like the arrows. Many a times arrows are compared with rain. Here the rains are compared with arrow carried in the vehicles of the clouds. So much of Varuna the rains came. Maha Arnava iva uchchastha. It appearing as if ocean from the earth has risen into the sky. Then Kulashaila Shila Iva, these big rains were appearing like Kulashaila means the big mountains Kitara, it was raining. Or the fall of the rain is like the Kulashaila Parvatas are falling itself. Oh, okay. Then what happened? Tamalaugha ivoddinaha sandhita ivaratrayaha. See, Mahavarnava, one example. The oceans have risen from the earth into sky. Kulashaila Shila Iva, the Kulashaila Parvatas are falling. That way, like you say in English, it is raining cats and dogs. You know, it's a bulls and bullocks. You can say when heavy rain is there. You know, more heavier than that is these things. It is like Mahasamudras rising, Kula Parvatas are falling. Same way, Tamala Oghai Oddina, the Tamala Vrukshas, which are black in color, thousands of them are rising in the sky. Are the rains that are falling, the color is like that. Comparatively, it is said. Sandhita Ivaratrayaha, like all the night times are brought at one place together, which is only imaginary, but it was appearing like that. सारे कालरात्रियां एक जगह लेके आए हैं. संधिता इव रात्रया. Then kajjala ogha iva uddhutaha. So the uddhutaha lokaloka tatadiva. From the lokaloka parvatas, the kalima or the kajjala or kajala, like a rain it is coming down. So lokaloka parvatas may be black in color. From there, the black kajjala is raining down. Like that are these dense black clouds and rains heavily falling, courtesy Varnastra. Then Rasatala Guha Bhoga Iva Vyomadi Drukshavaha. So in the same way, uh, uh, the terrible gufas of the Patala Loka, they want to come and touch the Akasha. Iva Vyomadi Drukshavaha. In the Rasatala, the various gufas or gufa like huge serpents are coming onto the earth, breaking the earth, wanting to see the sky. Then Maha Ghura Ghura Ravarama Brumhita Murtayaha. And then they are making Ghura Ghura sound. Then they are really shaking the Akasha or challenging the Akasha only, or frightening, threatening only the Akasha with their sound that the gufas they are coming from the Patala Lok. अर्थ क्या है पाताल लोक में the gufas are so terrible that the sound and resound that comes there is so frightening. So this type of maybe sound also during the rain, lightning, thunders, all of them are normal during heavy rains. तो वरुणास्त्र है ना, तो ये हो रहा होगा. So ताम अग्नि संतति मत्त माच चामांबु संतति. ताम अग्नि संतति Tam Achachama Ambu Santati. This Ambu Santati, this cluster and collection of waters, Achachama, it has done the Achamanam means drank out. What? Tam Agni Santati. The terrible Agneya Astra shot by with Sindhu is consumed by these rains of the Varunastra. Bhuvana Vyapani Sandhyam Ashu Krishna Iva Yamini. Like the Sandhya Kala later on. Comes Sandhya, the Ratri Kala comes and consumes the Sandhya Samaya. In the same way, rains have consumed the entire this Agni effects of the Agni Astra. Then Jalashrir Jatitam Deham Nidreva Vyakti Me Yushi Another example is what? Huh? Hmm. Like Jalashrihi Jatitam Deham Nidra Iva Vyaktimesh. Like the Nidra when it comes, how it consumes all the avayavas, parts of the body. Totally we become unconscious of the Sharira. Till we sleep, we are aware of body, parts, pains, comforts, all that. But एक बार निद्रा आवाहित होती है, तो we are forget of the whole body only, all the parts of the body. In the same way, Jalasrihi, that Jalalakshmi, uh, evam, it has Purayamasa Bhutalam, consumed and filled the entire Bhutala. Only the other side, the Vidura, the Raja Sindhu side, अपने तरफ के लोगों को safe. Because the astra is aimed at Sankalpa of attacking them. Finishing all the Agnis, then the Varuna astra went there and Bhutalam Purayamasa. Evam Vidan Astra Mohan Vidurur Dhavanetare. To defeat each other this way, so many Moha Yukta Astras, Shakti Yukta Astras, they were shooting at each other. Mitho Maya Mayan, mutually Maya Maya Astras. Agre Pashyanti Anubhavanti cha. So when he shoots, the other one sees that arrow and goes through the effect of it. And when he also shoots, the other one visualizes it and has to go through the effect of it till he shoots the opposite arrow. In this way, the war is going on. In the latest, the Varunastra of the Vidurat Raja, Heti Bhara Vahaha Sindhoho Chakra Rakshaha Tatha Ambasa. So that heavy rains, what did they do with the Raja Sindhu's Sainya? They were all consumed or drowned in Lohe only. How they were appearing? Trunani iva gataha prohya. They have gone like blades of grass, almost drowned only in those heavy rain waters. Then Ratascha prohya Ratascha asya bhavat prutaha. Even the Ratha of this Raja Sindhu also Plutaha, वो भी डूब गया उसमें. सारा सैन्य भी रथ भी इसमें डूब ही गया. उतना हेवी रेन्स वर देयर एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस वरुणास्त्र शॉट भाई विदुर था. अब उनको भी कुछ करना पड़ेगा to protect his sign and himself. Then what is that which consumes or eliminates all the water's rains? The opposite of it is that which drains away or evaporates the water. And that water evaporating weapon is shot by our Raja Sindhu. And that name of the weapon is Shoshanastra. So, etasmin antare Sindhu. In the meantime, Raja Sindhu, Astram Sasmara, he remembered the Astra. What is that? Shoshanam. जो पूरे पानी को शोषण करके ड्राई कर देता है. Apatranakaram, and which is protector during the apadas. And he worshipped that devata. From him he got the Shoshanastra. While giving that astra, that Lord has ordered him or guided him. When there is pranapaya, that time only you have to use it. अब तो सब डूब रहे हैं, so it is a pranapaya स्थिति. Therefore, apatranakaram, protector in the danger, daivam, which is blessed and given by the devata, dadaucha, he took in the hand shararupinam in the form of that arrow, then he shoot. He shot that latest astra, Shoshanastra. So कितने अस्त्र हो गए? शोषणास्त्र, वारुणास्त्र, आग्नेयास्त्र, then Garudastra, then the Nagastra, then Mohanastra, then Pradiptastra. What is it? When he shot the Mohanastra, our he has shot the Prabodastra. You can see that. Then Andhakarastra is shot. Then Deepastra or Suryastra. Already 14 of them we have seen. 7 from this side, 7 from this side. याद है इतने अस्त्र ऐसा होते हैं क्या होते हैं याद रखो एनीथिंग विच इज एट माइक्रो लेवल शुड बी एट द मैक्रो आल्सो कॉमन सेंस ये एक छोटा सा एक बूंद पानी होता है तो हेवी रेन भी होगा एक छोटा सा अग्नि का शिखा है तो सबसे बड़ा उसका मैक्रो भी होगा क्योंकि जनरली द थिंग फर्स्ट इज इन द समष्टि लेवल, देन फ्रॉम दैट द व्यष्टि, व्यष्टि से समष्टि नहीं होता, समष्टि से व्यष्टि होता. Therefore, if there is anything व्यष्टि, it has to be samashti also, big ones also. So they are all possible, and all of them are sankalpa shakti, in other words called a mantra shakti. Say, okay. Then what happened when he had taken the Shoshanastra? Etasmin antare sindhu astram sasmara shoshanam apatránakaram daivam dadaucha shararupinam. Then shashamambumayi maya tena yamena bhasvata. है ना, like the prakasha bhasvata yama, the darkness is consumed or eliminated. In the same way, ambumayi maya, the water maya shot by the Vidurata Raja, the Varunastra, Janita, entire waters were Shoshita, dried away by this Shoshanastra. Then ye mrutaste mruta eva, those who died, they died only, drowned in the water. Babhuvuhu shoshita bhuvaha. Then the continuous effect of Shoshanastra has done the Shoshanam of the entire Bhumandala of this Raja Vidurat only, क्योंकि वो एनिमियों को मारने के लिए है, नॉट दैट एवरीवन इट इज, उसमें एक संकल्प होता है, ओनली दैट एनिमी. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग यू अगेन एंड अगेन, स्टॉप प्रेइंग सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु, then all dushtas will become sukhi and they have nothing to do, they will attack us. Devo sarve sanatana dharma janaha eva sukhino bhavantu, not the other fellows who are disturbing our dharma and desha. We should not pray for them. Otherwise, they take it for granted. Their dushtata, they continue. They don't even stop and think or reconcile. वो इंट्रोस्पेक्ट नहीं करेंगे यार, कैसे ही कर सकते हैं हम? दूसरों का वध करना, दूसरों के धर्मों का परिवर्तन करना, they won't think. So therefore, we have to pray only for the good people and noble people and our Sanatana Dharmins. Okay. Then what happened? Atha murkharusha tulyaha vah santapayan prajaha jajrumbhe jarjara kirana vana vistara karkashaha. So, uh, mm, so atha murkharusha tulyaha. You know, when a murkha person becomes angry, he will destroy everything on it. मूर्ख का रोष भयंकर होता है घर में ना, like the child generally are murkha because they are children of their parent, who are the children of their parent. When he becomes angry, he throws tantrums, he throws everything on ground. बच्चों गुस्सा सब तोड़ फोड़ करते हैं कि नहीं? Same way, that example is given, that Shoshanastra was like a murkha's krodha doing shoshana of the entire bhumi. All the water is getting dried up. अरे जब जल का क्वांटिटी ड्राई अप होता है, आदमी ड्राई अप होकर मर ही जाएगा ना. सो अत मूर्ख ऋषा तुल्य ताह संतापयन प्रजा जज्रुंभे जर्झराकीर्ण वन विस्तार कर्कशः. So all the forests dried up because of lack of water. How they look like? The praja were becoming like that because the effect of this arrow Shoshanastra. बैठे बैठे खड़े खड़े देखते देखते चलते चलते लेटे लेटे, all the water in them was getting shoshit because of Shoshanastra. Then kachat kanaka nisyanda sundarangachhavir disham. So आसीद राजवरस्त्रीणाम हिवालेपोंगसंगतः. So when nice angaraga is put on the rajastris, how they look like? In the same way, the all directions the water has been taken away. They were appearing in different funny colors. Same way, tena gharmamayim murcham ajagmu tad virodhinah. Those are Sindhu Rajas Virodhins, the Raja Viduratas Sainya Murcham ajagmuhu tena gharmamayim. They were all getting unconscious because of the shoshana of the water. So all that उनका ना क्या है, ग्रीष्म दावानलोत्तप्ता मृदा पल्लवा, वो पसीना करते करते पसीना भी चला जा रहा है, ड्राई हो रहा है. दे वर सो मच गेटिंग ड्राइड लाइक द मृद पल्लवा, टेंडर लीव्स. तो आए हैं पेड़ को, लेकिन इट इज सच ए हॉट समर, you know, with that summer hot sun's rays, the tender leaves, without even growing only, how they get burnt only. देखा आपने कभी? जो पत्ते हैं बहुत टेंडर है, मीन्स व्हाट, सुबह सुबह दोज टेंडर लीव्स केम. अच्छा है 8 बजे तक 9 बजे तक, बट आफ्टर दैट व्हेन द सनलाइट हैज कम, sun on the head, by the time 3 o'clock 4, if you see that so cute tender leaves, they are burnt dried only. इसी तरह द शाइनी कवर गेटिंग ड्राइड अप. देन उससे फिर रक्षा करना है ना अपना. देन व्हाट टू डू, लाइक द वारुणास्त्र, द इक्विवेलेंट वन, द पर्जन्यास्त्र ही हैज शॉट. Therefore, vidurathoranodrake. So is udraka in that rana that he should not be defeated. Tavat krenkara mahatatam. क्रेंकार करते हुए सारे जगत को फैलने वाला जगत में कोदंडम कुंडली कृत्या. So he took that kodanda bow, pulled the string of it, making the sound reaching all directions. On that he put the पर्जन्यास्त्र, अगेन द रेन वाला अस्त्र, बिकॉज पानी सूख रहा है तो पानी तो चाहिए उसके लिए. तो पर्जन्यास्त्र मादधे, ही शॉट द पर्जन्यास्त्र, भयंकर. देन विदुरथो रणद्रोके रणोद्रेके तावत् क्रेंकारमाततम कोदंडम कुंडलीकृत्य पर्जन्यास्त्रमथादधे. देन उदयः पंक्तयः अब्दानाम यामिन्यैव संचिताः. Again, like the collected nights, the big clouds were collected from everywhere, because again it is the Parjanyas. Again, Tamala Vipinodina Sambrambhadambu Mantharaha. Again, the Tamala Vruksha Pankti, then Ambu Mantharaha. The black clouds like the Tamala Vrukshas. You know, then so many nights have come one together to put the earth into the deep darkness. Then all the clouds, heavy loaded with the waters, bent down, making their horrible thunderous sound in all 4 directions. It was raining. When the rains were happening, rains were anyway falling vertically. Then the heavy winds were blowing, also carrying the waters horizontally into different places to fall. So, in that way, those clouds, like a reddish, blackish serpents, they were looking in that color, and those clouds were like the elephants, making that gheenkara sound, or like the lions making bears. 3 एग्जाम्पल दिए यहाँ. सो उदगु पंक्तयः अब्दानाम यामिन्यैव संचिताः. Like sanchita yamini, like the collected night's darknesses, the big panktis of the clouds. Then mahimna manthara shesha kakum mandala kundalaha. All directions में से the big mountains like Mantarachala were coming. Vaur avalita megadambara bhedinaha. Even the kirna sikara nihara bharodaraha samiranaha. So heavy clouds moving, raining, samirana, the vayu also is taking some waters to spread another places. Pravuspuruhu, Prapuspuruhu, so Savarna, Sarpavat Sarnopamaha, Swarna Sarva ke saman, those clouds were moving. Vidyutaha Divi, Dainyastri Kataksha Valana Iva, like the Dainyastri Kataksha, or the lightnings terribly having the clouds having that lightning. Then Jughurnur Garjanochuna Pratishud Ghanakandara. While raining, the clouds were making such a garjana, that sound is entering into the various mountains or gufas, and it is resounding from there. Then Dishaha Chalita, all the directions may All these clouds were moving. How? Chalita Matanga, like the big, big group of elephants. Chalita Simha, lot of lions. Then Ruksha, the bears. Then Ruksha Rava Ghargaraha. Imagine karo hundreds and thousands of bears making their sound and moving. Lions, they are making their roaring and moving. And the elephants. In that way, the punctis of the clouds were coming and raining. As a result of that, Bhayankara Parjanyastra. Maha Musaladharavihi. You know the Musaladhara is in word known to you in Hindi also. Maha Musaladhara. See, the drops of rain in general are like a small matchstick, agarbatti ka tukda. But it is Musaladhara means, Musala means that वो आपने पेसल होता है ना वो कूटने वाला बड़ा वाला लकड़ का क्रोबार से 10 गुना मोटा क्रोबार उसका 10 गुना वो मुसल होता है उसे पाउंड करते हैं तो मुसलधारा वर्ष मीन्स द ईच ऑफ द रेन ड्रॉप इज सो बिग दैट्स हाउ महामुसलधारा भी पेतु आसार वृष्टय terrible rains like musaladhara were raining then kashta tankara kathinaha then so much of kashta pain giving kathina tankaras the ole jo कहते हैं ना hail storms were also falling कृतांतस्य एव दृष्टयः all of them are looking as if कृतांत यमराज की तरह to finish everyone so then what happened Udabodu Pratamam Bashpa Ushno Nalanibo Bhuvaha. That was the Shoshanastra. Na? So the Shoshanastra spread everywhere. That heat. No, like the heavy summer is over. First rain when falls. How the heat which was hidden during that summer. Same way, the Ushna of the Shoshanastra okay, was coming out of the earth as if to fight with these Parjanya astras, Varsha or Parjanya. And that hot Shoshanata is consumed by these rains. So, Udabhut Prathamam Bashpa Ushna Anala Nivo Bhuvaha Patalada Bhra Patala Patalat Abhravrundanam Yuddhaya Iva Atta Vibhramaha. So, what is it? Eh, the heat comes from the ground during first rains to fight with the clouds or the rains above. Heat comes from the ground. In that way, the Shoshanastras, Shoshana Shakti is eaten away. Okay. Tato Nimesha Matrena. In a minute's time after that, Prashemur Mrugatrushnika. All the Mrugatrushnika Rupi, these hot Shoshanas were gone away because the Parjanya effect. Example is very sweet. Parabodharasa purair yatha samsara vasanaha. When the Paratattva Atma Bodha Rasa Aswadana happens to a sadhaka, then what will happen to his samsara vasanas? They all get burnt away, dried away. Siddhanta Jnana mein hi lots of vasanas go away. Then when the Anubhuti also comes, beautiful shloka of the Gita, Vishaya Vinivartante, Niraharasya Dehinah Rasavarjam, Rasopi Asya Param Društva Nivartate. So, for a Jnani, the samsara vasanas, as they get dried away, Atma Jnani ke liye, so too the Varjanyastra effect has consumed the Shoshanastras, Shoshana. In this way, having that way done the Shoshana of the Shoshanastra consuming, the Parjanya did not stop, it continued. And while continuing, it made the entire earth पंखयुक्त दलदल बना के रखा कौन सा वाला अर्थ द राजा सिंधु के साइड वाला then all of them were drowned in that panka so asit pankankam akhilam bhumandalam asancharam so the whole bhumandala became pankayukta asancharam not able to move even an iota anybody पूरा दलदल है आप कैसे चलोगे एक कदम भी नहीं लगा सकते बाप रे भयंकर होता है वो वाला then Purita Purnadhara Vihi Sindhu Sindhurivambuna. So Raja Sindhu and also his Sainya were almost drowned in these heavy rains and also that dal. But still, he'll have to protect himself. He takes up the next Ayuda. What is the Ayuda which can dispel these heavy rains? एक ही है वायु अस्त्र वायव्यास्त्र therefore वायव्यमस्त्रमसृजत पूरिताकाशकोटरम filling all the directions of the space. Raja Sindhu shot the Vayavyastra. Kalpanta Nrutta Sammatta Ratat Bhairava Bhishanam. All the Bhairavas during Mahakalpakala, how Bhayankara Nrutya they make and Bhayankara sound they make. In that way, sound makingly, this Vayu was coming shot by the Vayavyastra. Then Vavura Nipat Piditanga Dalita Shila Shakalaha Kakummukeshu Pralaya Samaya Suchaka Bhatanam Krutapatutang Krutatankinaha Samiraha. The Vayavyastra, Vayu power. It is like when big thunderbolts fall, how the parts of the body get broken when they fall on the human beings. In that way, वो वायु के भयंकर लगने से हाथ पैर टूट ही रहे थे. जनरली व्हेन ए बिग बोल्डर और स्टोन फॉल्स और कोई एक्सीडेंट होता है नीचे गिरते हैं तो हाथ पैर टूटता है. बट द पावर ऑफ द वायु अस्त्र वायु इज सो मच दैट खड़े खड़े ही द हैंड्स लेग्स गेटिंग ब्रोकन ओनली. Then all the big stones, mountains, because the winds get broken and those big pieces of the mountain are moving all the directions, hitting all the people. In short, in total, that Vayu Vega and this Bhayankara Patrav, etc., appearing like the Pralaya Kala only. You know, the stones itself, like the terrible ayudhas used by the Sainika, were making horrible sounds and hitting the people, the Vidurathas side, and they were creating havoc. This was the 48th Sarga. And 49th में भी और ऐसा ही थोड़ा सा हमें डिस्क्रिप्शन मिलेगा ये आयुधों का परस्पर. I told you ना what are Pishachastra ityadi also prayoga are done. So to this Vayavyastra of Sindhu, what arrow our Raja Viduratha shot to neutralize it and what continued, it comes in next 49. We'll study it tomorrow. आज यहाँ रोक देते हैं. इतिहासे श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकिये उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने आयुध वर्णनं नाम अष्टचत्वारिंशः सर्गः. This is how we have gone through it, an idea of the description. As it's our commitment to study all slokas, we are seeing the story. Otherwise, some of you can ask me, स्वामी ये सब तो छोड़ के आप सीधा मेन पॉइंट्स बताते रहो. बहुत लोग हैं, आप उनको जाके सुनो. हम तो शास्त्र को कम से कम पूरा एक बार पढ़ने का उपासना टू द लॉर्ड करना चाहते हैं और उस पुण्य को अनुग्रह को कमाना चाहते हैं. So that's how, if you see till now, without missing even one shloka, all we have studied. ये पूरे मिलकर 4000 तक हो गए होंगे हमारे श्लोक या 5000 आउट ऑफ 32,000. This text Yoga Vaashishtha has 32,000. So now we are into the 50th chapter. Average of 30 लगाओ, so 1500 श्लोक इसके हो गए. And first, second, both sargas had 2,500 and 1,500 ऐसे sir. So almost more than 5,000 we have done. Right? Continue tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Bol Sri Ramachandra भगवान की जय, वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय, सरस्वती मैया की जय, सब संतन की जय. So in this way, the Manasika Yuddha, the Yuddha between Vrittis, outer Yuddha goes on going on as long as the Yuddha Avakasha Rahita, Dvaita Rahita, Advaita Paramatma Tattva is discovered. When that is discovered, there are no two to fight at all. When that's not discovered, you will see the two. When there are two, Dityadvai, Yuddham Bhavati, Bhayam Bhavati. The Yuddha can be Sthula Rupa or it can be Prachanna. You may not fight outside, but in the mind, like when you are traveling in bus, unless you are deeply sleeping, when you are awake, you are in your mind doing Yuddha. with everybody around by commenting on them, by observing them, by thinking about them. What is it other than युद्ध? युद्ध ही तो है. वो मोटा क्यों है, पतला क्यों है, टेढ़ा क्यों है? You are going on doing yuddha only. What do we do whole day is remembering one or any of the people known to us, and we go on having all complicated thoughts. It's a thought yuddha is going on. Or vag yuddha, you argue with the mouth, or physical yuddha. The other cunning yuddhas of the mind games and intellectual plans to destroy other countries. ये तो चलता ही रहता है. Thanks to last 6-7 years of what is happening on the globe, है ना, 7-8 years, especially 18 onwards से, है ना, the chikungunya's, the bird flus, the swine flus, then these terrible ebolas, parabolas, antibolas. These are the diseases, coronas, thanks to the bhayankara yuddhas continuously happening. Then the terrible plans made by the Chinas, the Americas, the Russias. ये सब देख कर इतने 8 साल में पूर्ण वैराग्य आ गया होगा हम सबको. आना चाहिए. If you see it, that there is no end to this confusion of these people. Before it affects us, let us realize the self and go beyond the world and the body. ये सब इतना खतरा देखने से वैराग्य आता है. And also the excessiveness of the bhogas. After seeing that also vairagya, kitna uncontrollably the things are created, produced. अभी वन है मन में कि इसको देखकर यार, है ना, lakhs and crores of type of eatables have come. क्या करने रे मार मूर्ख, मर खा खा के मरना ही है क्या तुम्हें? अभी उब तो गए होंगे जरूर, एटलीस्ट फ्यू ऑफ अस. आप बस जीने के लिए जो चाहे खा लो. That whole thing is dropped. So too in the world, any dharma vyavahara is there, go. Other than that, leave it and do your sadhana. नहीं तो क्या करोगे इस जगत भयंकर में. So I am explaining the yuddha will happen till the Advaita is realized. Better realize it. Om Purnamadah Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.